Oh, that's a nice fire ring. Not so bad, huh? For a Saturday, a long weekend. What's going on? Happy Memorial Day. Well, you'll be watching this after Memorial Day. And before you even get started on where I am and what I'm doing, I hope that on your Memorial Day you use it as more than just a 3-day weekend, and you spend at least a little time contemplating the sacrifices that our men and women who served and have died in the armed forces have made to give us freedoms like what I'm doing today. That is what this weekend is actually all about. Not about the sales, not about the barbecues, but about the people who gave us this opportunity to do this. So first and foremost, I want to get that out of the way. Now that I've said that, I am with, you probably already seen him in the background, Dragon Roams, and we're at a spot that might look familiar. I think I got this on the video last time. We are at the Old Loggers Path in the Loyalsock State Forest. We got the 3 days. 3 days. And we are going to do the whole loop. That's the plan. As long as nothing crazy happens, we'll do the 3 days. The full loop, 30-ish miles or so, 27 to 30 miles, something like that.
There's debate over whether it's like 27 or 28, but it's right in that area.
Right in that area. And we'll probably do some off-trail exploring, and we'll make that more. But yeah, so we're doing the loop counterclockwise. Last time we did a partial loop clockwise on, what is this, the north loop. So we're starting on the north loop, and then we'll head across. So we're just gonna get to it right off the bat here. We got our the main incline for the day, I think, is right now.
Yeah.
Right, and then it pretty much levels off. We didn't really hike the other section of this up north of here. We took a side trail, so that'll all be new until we get back over to the other end. But yeah. Old Loggers Path, Loyalsock State Forest, Memorial Day. It's nice. Let's go. So, we've been hiking for about 3 hours.
About that.
Yep, about 3 hours. We've done about 4 miles. We got the incline out of the way right off the bat, which is nice, going counterclockwise. We've been basically up on top of the ridge the whole time, or the mountain, or wherever we're on. And we found this little camp spot, and Dragon and I both had mentioned before we started today that we want to get better at actually eating while we're hiking. So we found this camp spot, and we're going to have lunch, and we're going to try to stick to that. I think between the two of us both wanting to do this, I think we'll be pretty good at.
Yeah, normally we get really distracted by the hike and only snack, get to camp and realize you're starving.
Yeah, and then you don't want to eat at that point. So we're going to do that, and look what I'm using. And did I just turn off the recorder? No. And I'm using the strap. How about that? So it's very comfortable. But yeah, I'm gonna have my my lunch, and I'm just gonna have some the Starkist Chicken Creations buffalo chicken salad, I think it's called, on a wrap, and maybe I got some peanut butter bars. Maybe I'll have one of those, and then we can grab some water. I haven't been drinking enough water, so I got to down some.
Yes.
And then we'll continue on. But we're making really good time. Beautiful out here. So this is what I'm having. These things are actually pretty good. And I've always saw them in tuna, and I'm not a big fan of tuna. Not like prepared tuna. Tuna steak, yeah, but not like this kind of tuna.
I got the zesty lemon tuna.
Oh, you got the zesty lemon tuna. Look at that. They make that in the chicken too. But I didn't even know they made the chicken until last year when we were on the AT, and Panda was like, you know, they make that in chicken, and she brought me one, and I was like, oh, it's pretty good. So I've been using these, and for dinner I'll do something similar. Actually, for dinner tonight I'm gonna have some venison goulash that Dragon made and gave me some. Looking forward to that. But then tomorrow I bought a bunch of these chicken packets. I'll have this in some like Nora's rice sides, but just a salsa. I think it's upside down. You can see it. A salsa tortilla with some buffalo chicken.
Oh, this is the chicken. This isn't
yummy.
tuna.
Oh, you've got the chicken. It's good stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna eat. All right, we're finished with our lunch. Took about I don't know, about 40-minute break.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that's a nice little break. It's still only 2?
Yeah, it's just about 2.
2 o'clock, and we've still got 7 hours of light, something like that. So we got plenty of time, and with a minimum of 6 miles to cover. And looking at the map, the terrain's not that bad, so we'll be fine.
We have like one more, like little climb.
Yeah, there's a couple little like things like that, but there's one more spot. I think that's that Doe Run.
But nothing like what we've already done.
Yeah, we've done the worst of it for the North Loop. Sorry, but there's a bug on me. The worst of it for the North Loop. So we're gonna get back on the trail, and we got some water. We're all fueled up. We're ready to go. So we're going along the ridge here, and this is Rock Run down below us. This is a really cool spot. We're in the pines, and as always, the camera's just not doing this justice, but this is gorgeous. So we talked a little bit about the elevation and the climbs and stuff like that we might come across. The old loggers path was purchased by, this land was purchased by the State Forestry Bureau, back when that's what it was called. It's now the DCNR. And it was bought from a logging company, and they just logged this. You know, it's what they used to do in Pennsylvania. They cut down all the trees. So they bought this as it was regrowing, and everything that you hike on the old loggers path, well, 90% of what you hike on the old loggers path is either old service road or old gravity railroad bed. So the inclines are generally like this. Like we're going slightly downhill. Like this is level right here. So, you know, Dragon's 100 feet in front of me. That's the grade we're on. Everything's pretty simple. So if you're in Pennsylvania or near Pennsylvania, you're looking for a fairly easy, and I could say simple, but a fairly easy backpacking trip for your first experience, this is a very good option. There are a couple climbs, because when you get to the main river, I'll put the name of it down here. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but when you get to that river, that's the valley. So you're climbing and descending, going into and out of that valley. But that's about it, and it's not super bad. It's I've definitely climbed worse things, and they try to follow the old railroad bed and roads, but some places you got to kind of get off of one and climb up to the next. But it's pretty simple. It's a really, really nice trail. I definitely would recommend it. This is all new compared to what we did the last time. We had cut this section out because we only did an overnight, and it was kind of rainy and miserable, and we knew there was weather coming above what we already had, so we decided to cut the loop short. So it's nice to see all new stuff. But definitely, if you're out in the central east Pennsylvania, northeast central Pennsylvania, like in that little quadrant, we're not quite in the wilds yet, right on the edge. Definitely check out the old Loggers Path, because you can do it in loops. You don't have to do the full 27 miles, and there's enough cross trails you can make your own adventure, so to speak. But it's a nice hike, definitely. So we're like a mile further down the trail, and we just passed a couple really cool campsites. Like one would be here, and then there's like one right down by the water. Didn't take any pictures or anything of them, but really, really cool. But look at the water down here, the rocks. Now, I've read where people have said that this section of the old Loggers Path along this creek here is one of the most beautiful spots you can hike in Pennsylvania. It's wow, okay, well, I'll let it speak for itself. We're just shy of 6.5 miles in, and unfortunately it's not really far enough for us to set up camp yet. We need to be at least 10 miles to not be going crazy for the next 2 days. But it's a little muddy. Trail's a little muddy here, but check that out. Definitely worth the effort to hike out here, see all this. Ooh, we appear to have maybe a confluence here. What's going on with that? So right there, kind of make it out to the trees here. There's water. The water we're walking along is here. There's another river or creek coming out right there. So you can get a look at that. I'll pull up the map, see what we got. Alright, so as I came around the corner, Dragon had the same idea. We're gonna go down here and check this out. Oh, this looks like this is nice. Yeah, we'll go this way too. Wow.
Nice little cascade off that.
Yeah. So, let me pull the map out here real quick. Oh, this is cool. Check this out. Somebody had the right idea. Oh, this is only 4 miles further down the trail
Oh, I know.
just to be home for the night. Alright, so we're right here. Alright, so we're right here. And this is Rock Run. And this just says North Branch. Branch is right up here. So North Branch, that's where we're at. And then next one we're going to come up to is Hawk Run. And then after Hawk Run we come up to this is Yellow Dog, I think it's called. Yeah, Yellow Dog Creek right here. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can get down there, get a better look at that. Made it down here to this confluence. This is North Branch. This is Rock Run. And it is very, very cool. The campsites are up there where Dragon is. Right there. It's gorgeous. Look how smooth these stones are. Butterfly seems to enjoy it. So look at this shale, the rocks and everything here. Trees just holding on. Water's washed out all the soil from underneath this. That's very unstable. Won't go near that. Gorgeous. So we are back on the trail. Check this out. This is I don't think I've ever seen this. This is clover growing on moss, growing on a rock. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I've never seen that before. You can get a picture of that. Alright, we're gonna get back on the trail. See you in a bit. So we are, I don't know, 2 minutes down the trail. And now here we are at Hawk Run. Oh, this is cool. I didn't notice this. I didn't notice the falls to the left. Alright, see if I can get down here. Let me pick you away for a second. Alright, made it down without falling. But this is what I didn't see initially now. Is this slick? Always check. That's a little slick. Wet leaves and rocks can be bad. There you go. Alright, so we're done with our little break here, and I believe this is Yellow Dog, not Hawk. I think we passed Hawk, and you just can't see it. So this is Yellow Dog Creek, or Yellow Dog Run, which is really probably the most popular spot, at least on this loop, for a good reason. So we got a 10 over here, there's at least another 10 up here. We're just talking to a couple folks who are headed the same direction we are. But we're about ready to hit the trail and keep on going. See you in a bit. Dragon. Oh, never mind. There's Blaze that way too. There's Blaze there. There's Blaze here.
Well, that's just a parking area.
Yeah. I didn't see the Blaze here at first. I was like, oh, hey. Where'd that go? Okay, so we are right up to the road. And I guess you could go up to the road and walk down the road, but it looks like there's a little cut-through trail here. It eliminates that, which is nice. And yeah, it's been nice. It was a climb coming up from the confluence down there. Probably the hardest climb we've had all day, but it wasn't horrible. Just pace yourself and go. It was an old like Jeep road, so it wasn't a scramble or anything like that. Check this thing out. It's a big one right there. So we're gonna cross here. Maybe does this go straight across? Little road walk. All right, so this is where the road walk comes in. So you could, if you want to just do like down to Yellow Dog Creek, you could park right up on this little section of road here. There's a parking lot back there, and then just walk down. That's probably about a mile or so down to that confluence, and there's a bunch of campsites down there, so it's nice. But yeah, we'll go up here a little ways, we'll hang on the left, and then we'll head over to Big Rocks. What's it called? Big Rock? Or something, some kind of rocks. Dragon's gonna look. The old map.
Yeah, Big Rocks.
Big Rocks. And Big Rocks is right before Doe Run, right?
Yep.
So.
Or no, it's just after Doe Run.
Okay, so right after Doe Run. So we might get to Big Rocks today. I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see how we feel when we get to Doe Run. Doe Run is right at the 10-mile mark. So there may be a lot of people there. We think there's a shelter there.
Yeah.
Which we won't use. But so there could be a lot of people there. And if you're doing this in 3 days, 10 miles is where you're gonna stop. So here comes the car. But yeah, we'll get back on the trail here around the corner, and we'll get back with you in a minute. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a nice fire ring.
Nice view.
Nothing to see here. So we're like about 9 miles, trail miles, and we just came across a little trail junction. Brings you out to a little fire pit. Nice little tent site there. And you could hang a hammock here if you were so inclined, with a little bit of a view. Not so bad, huh? For a Saturday, a long weekend.
My doors are detached from it again, which is nice.
We have camp.
We gotta do a half A-frame.
We're talking about what our tarp setups are going to be. Dragon's thinking of doing a half A-frame. I'd like to go tarpless.
Well, that'd be the goal.
Because it's nice now. It rained a little bit. Very, very little bit. It got real gray. It rained slightly, but it wasn't raining hard enough to get down to the trees. So we didn't really get wet. So it was nice. But we went past our destination. We're going to stop back that way. About 1.5 miles or so. At Doe Run. Is that what that's called?
Yeah, Doe Run.
Yeah, Doe Run. There's a shelter there, and there's some campsites, and it was absolutely packed. There was just people everywhere. You walk through, and it's just like hammock, tent, tent, hammock, hammock, tent, tent, hammock, just everywhere. So we walked past there a little bit, got outside where everybody was camped, and there weren't really any good options, so we decided to just push on. So we've got an extra 1.5 miles out of the way of the trip, so it gives us a little leeway for the next 2 days, a little bit. And we passed Big Rocks, but we didn't see it. It's not right on the trail, whatever Big Rocks is. We did see some Big Rocks, but I don't think that was it. So we are by Buck Run.
Yeah, I believe it's Buck Run.
Yeah, Buck Run, which is right down the hill here. And Dragon's set up there. Obviously, I'm here. And then up there somewhere, there's a tent. Big old tent. But we haven't seen anybody up there yet. So we try to set up away from them, but there's not a whole lot of options as far as... I'll set up anywhere.
There's
But
some dude walking around now.
oh, is there? Okay. So you got somebody up there. And I'll sit up on ground like that. I don't care. I'll stay in the hammock. But Dragon made the wiser decision of moving up from the water a little bit and finding somewhere flat. So nice little campsite. We'll chill out here, have some dinner in a little bit, and maybe put a tarp up. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. Talk to you later. Alright, it is about 8:30. We had our dinners. Had no fire. Put the tarps up. Just because it might rain. It might not, but I don't feel like getting out of the hammock to set up the tarp. So I just put mine on. Dragon put his on. So day 1's in the books. 2 more to go. A little chunk of tomorrow is going to be familiar territory. We're going to go the opposite direction that we went last time we were here on that section of the trail. So until we get to the river tomorrow, we kind of know what to expect. But then once we get across the river, we get over to the south loop. That's going to be all new. And it looks like there's a bunch of views over there. Looks like once you get up on top, you're just on top until you get to the end. So it should be a little flatter. Not that this was really bad, but it should be fun. So that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next.